Month celebration. A recap of bills passed by the Virginia General Assembly that relate to education. A conversation with a Union Mill Elementary parent volunteer, and a special performance by the Super Keikis. And a colorful look at the life and works of Beatrice Potter by Waynewood fourth graders. Hello, I'm John.
Well, a couple of years ago, my daughter and I started a ukulele group at Union Mill Elementary. We had a bunch of third graders that bought instruments. About 25 of them got their own ukuleles, and we've been playing ever since.
Now, how did you get interested in ukuleles?
Well, when I was 12, I went to church camp, and I saw someone with a ukulele there, and I just fell in love with it. So for the next 5 or 6 years, I played with a group of 5 other girls and sang. We sang at literary clubs and things like that in the area. And then I kind of transferred my attention to the guitar. So it really wasn't until a few years ago, actually 3 years ago, that I went to a ukulele festival in Honolulu. And there were 250 kids playing ukulele all at once. It sounded so beautiful. I wish you could hear a large group, you know.
I bet it is. Now, a ukulele is very similar to a guitar, isn't it?
Yes, it is. It
String
has
instrument
4
played.
strings
Yes, right.
instead of 6.
Yeah.
And they're tuned like the bottom 4 strings of a guitar. So actually the children will be able to transfer pretty easily
To
guitars. Their hands get bigger. They
Right.
will have a lot of the techniques.
Now, actually, I'm mispronouncing ukulele, aren't I?
Yes, you are.
Uka.
It's
Lele.
ukulele.
Ukulele. Yeah.
Ukulele. It's a Hawaiian word.
Yes.
And uku is the Hawaiian word for flea, and lele is for jumping. So
A jumping flea?
jumping flea, right.
All
Because the player's fingers move so quickly over the fingerboard that it reminded Hawaiians of jumping fleas.
Right.
And when you go to Hawaii, they don't say ukulele at all, so you have to translate too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, did you have much difficulty getting children interested in the ukulele?
That's a good question. My daughter's teacher that time, Mary DeLonga, was one of these really rare people that could see how much kids could grow in all
Yes.
different directions.
Yes.
And she was real supportive. So we wrote letters to the parents and said that I had a number of ukuleles myself,
Yeah.
and if anyone was interested, we could get some for them, or their children could use mine. And
Now
that's
you
how we started.
You have some additional mothers helping you with this, don't you?
Right,
Would you like to tell
yes.
us their names?
I surely would. The first year that we started, Betsy Green, who had never played a stringed instrument, picked it right up, and she helped all that year, and Lori Horenberg joined us. And the next year, Ginny Hess and Noni Norman, and another woman, Luke Olson, who's been unable to do it this year, but did last year. They've just been great
wonderful.
help.
Now, what do you call this group? How many do you have in the group?
There are 20 kids
All
now.
right. And what do you call them?
We call them the Super Keikis. The word keiki is the Hawaiian word for children. And
So these indeed are super kids.
Super
then,
keikis, right?
Okay,
yeah.
well, I'm enjoying chatting with you, but enough of this. We want to get to hear this wonderful sound, and you brought them with you today. What's the first medley you're going to do for us?
Oh, we're going to do a medley of When the Saints Go Marching In, Rockin' My Soul, and If I Had a Hammer.
Super. Can't wait to hear this now. We'll excuse you now to go over and get the children ready because we know you have to conduct them. And while Judy is doing that, let me tell you that Judy is one of many, many hundreds of parent volunteers working in Fairfax County Public Schools. Thousands of hours are contributed by talented individuals. Maybe you're one. Maybe you'd like to contribute your talent as well, too, and we'd like to have you. The first step is to see the principal of your local school to find out how you can volunteer your time. And now, the Super Keikis of Union Mill Elementary School with their first medley. Let's listen.
Rock my soul in the bosom of Abraham. will show you the more difficult technique of picking and strumming in a medley of Surfin' USA, Boogie Woogie, and Wipeout.
We really had fun with our last song, Mr. Sandman.
What a delightful moment with the Union Mill Elementary School Super Keikis. And we thank Judy Okawa, parent volunteer, for bringing them here today.